Welcome, my friends, to our channel Atlantis, the channel of ancient and rare coins. Enjoy today's video, my friends, as it is very important.
1958 nickel coin value. A 1958 nickel is not particularly rare, but many of these coins are worth more than their face value due to the age of the coin, rarity of certain mint marks, or errors that occurred during production. While they're usually pursued to finish certain collections, the 1958 nickel also does well on its own. People find Jefferson nickels in their pockets all the time, and it is likely to find some minted in the 1950s. The 1958 nickel value is not particularly impressive, but it is possible to get decent money for beautiful and top-quality pieces. (1958) No Mintmark nickel value. 1958 was one of the rare years where the Philadelphia Mint produced the fewest number of circulating nickels. While Philadelphia is the main U.S. mint, it only put out 17,088,000 nickels that year, making these particular coins populous but more rare. The 1958 nickels are still in pockets today, and well-worn coins are not worth much more than their face value. It isn't until you find coins that preserve more details than they lost that you see a premium on the original value of the coin. The current auction record for the 1958 No Mintmark nickel is graded MS66+, full steps by PCGS. The coin, considered the single finest full-step 1958 nickel from either grading service, sold for $13,512 in 2019. The sales stabilize more when you look at lesser examples, like an MS66+ that sold without full steps for $588, or an MS66 with full steps that sold for $456 in 2022. (1958) Jefferson nickel value. In 1958, the Denver Mint produced a far greater number of nickels than the Philadelphia Mint, and it put 168,249,120 into circulation. Because of this, few 1958 nickels are worth anything more than their face value. Well-worn coins, and even those with a nice appearance but obvious circulation, aren't considered collectible. Like those without a mint mark, D-mark 1958 nickels sell for about $2 with minimal wear and $4 when they're virtually unmarked. Coins of the highest grade should receive professional assessment and go to auction to take full advantage of their value. A PCGS MS67 full steps 1958 nickel sold for $6,325 in 2008 and holds the auction record today. This was the sole finest certified nickel of that year from PCGS, while the NGC registry's finest is an MS67+ full steps. More recent auction trends see the highest graded 1958 nickels selling for anywhere from $50 to $1,500. (1958) Proof Jefferson nickel value. Besides regular coins, the Philadelphia Mint produced 875,652 proofs in 1958. Experts estimate that about 3,750 of this number are the most collectible DCM-proof strike coins that still exist today. While 1958 proof nickels don't have a mint mark, like the circulation coins struck in Philadelphia, a few details distinguish them. Proof 1958 nickels were struck twice using special dies, and they usually have better details than other coins from this time. Proof coins also have a mirror-like background that obviously differs from the traditional plain field of business strike coins. The 1958 proof nickel auction record is a particularly stunning PCGS PR69 with a deep cameo. As the finest graded 1958 proof nickel at PCGS, the coin sold for $10,868 in 2021. (1958) nickel FAQs. Are 1958 nickels worth anything? While most 1958 nickels are only worth their face value, collectors may pay $2 to $4 or more for well-preserved coins. Proof 1958 nickels are worth about $14 to $35. Is the 1958 nickel silver? The 1958 nickel is made of copper and nickel, not silver. The U.S. Mint only produced silver nickels, referred to as war nickels, between 1942 and 1945. They were 35% silver alongside copper and manganese. How much is a 1958 nickel with no mint mark worth? A 1958 nickel with no mint mark is worth $10 to $1,200 depending on its condition and the current coin buying market. The highest graded nickels with full step sell at auction for much more than this. What is the most valuable 1958 nickel? The 1958 proof nickel is the most valuable 5-cent piece from this year, although collectors are just as likely to pay more for a high-grade business strike nickel from this year. How many 1958 nickels were made? A total of 186,212,772 nickels were made by the Philadelphia and Denver Mints in 1958.
I hope, my dear friends, that you enjoyed this video and we lived up to your expectations and provided you with great benefit in the world of old and rare coins. Please, my friends, do not forget to press the like button and activate the bell so that you always receive new things on our channel. The Atlantis Channel team thanks you very much for your loyalty, my dear friends.